Enter the ultra madness of December this morning on Mzansi Insider. Kid X shuts it down and tells us all about life after cash time. And then, how safe is the LGBTI community in South Africa? And finally, a touching tribute to Sfiso Ncwane. Somebody give me a horn. It all starts now.
Don't worry, hold up. No gossy gossip in our skin. Dishing out the truth, so start tuning in. Can't legale. Come, yes, come social issues, this so easily. Giving you the latest news so instantly. Gender we tighter. Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider.
Go bisiko, tim go bisiko. You want go bisiko, tim go bisiko. You want
Bicycle, tim go bicycle. You want go bicycle, tim go bicycle. You want
go bisiko, tim go bisiko. You want go bisiko, tim go bisiko. You want
oh Lord, God damn, this le Pakistan, Sarabama, Ampeku Baba, Katika Muba, Hamanoba, Uhamano.
Hey! Check this out. Woo! This is how you start a morning on the weekend. Your breakfast authority is officially in the building. Welcome to it, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into Mzansi Insider.
I'm out of bread.
Look, guys, we've been trying our luck at learning these dance moves. I mean,
yeah, I know.
It's December.
The whole year, but we have failed. Welcome to Mzansi Insider. An exciting time, second Saturday of the month of...
It's still my birthday until the 31st.
Yo. Hi.
Until 2017, the whole of December. But
yeah, it's your birthday.
Keep the birthday
You're looking
message
so
coming.
dapper, young man.
Thank you. I'm taking it to Inter Africa. You too.
I know. Shout out to Boiti. Nonetheless, it's time for us to get into the show. And you guys know that we are principal slayers. It's Kat and myself, Rorosan Tandekiso. And we're reporting for duty, but there's a lot happening today. What's going down?
Absolutely. Now, we are having a tell-all interview with Kid X.
And a hot topic that's been discussed. You know, a gay was killed.
Yes.
Hate crime. We're going to be talking
so we're
about
speaking,
that
are gay people safe in South Africa?
Yep.
We also do a touching tribute to Sfiso Ncwane, who's late right now.
Yes, and like you said earlier on, Kid X is in the building. And of course, December is no reason to drive under the influence. Drive, die, dry.
Dry.
Drive,
not
dry.
Drive, die.
Headlines.
Prepare yourself for Bieber fever. Yes, believers, Justin Bieber is headed to South Africa again. The Purpose Tour is set to hit SA in May 2017. Let's hope that there are no heists this time around.
Now, we're about to get into a story about the Grammys, right? But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Justin Bieber's coming to South Africa. He's also nominated for his album Purpose at the Grammys. So he might just be scooping them up. I like grown Justin Bieber. He's
Like we
swaggy.
said, as long as there's no heist, and you know, you like the first song, right? Baby, hey, next story, hey, hey.
You played it safe, I raised the bar.
Social media was shut down this past weekend when Super Mega dropped his single as an independent artist. The World Is Yours trended on Twitter with mixed reactions about the track. What are yours? Let us know on our Twitter Spaces.
But we can't deny that Super Mega is major. And if you deny, you're a hater. Next story.
Oh yes, it's that time of the year again where the music world comes to a standstill for the Grammy Awards. Leading the nominations is Beyoncé with 9 nods, followed closely behind by Adele with 8 nominations. And SA's very own Ladysmith Black Mambazo are also nominated yet again. Let's hope they bring this one home too.
You know what what I'm excited about more than Beyonce, because you know we love Beyonce, is Lady Smith Black Mambazo. I think they were with us in studio not so long ago. It's epic to know that they're standing in chance. He's pulling a face because he wants us to talk about Beyonce and Adele. We will speak about our very own.
Okay. Well, the show is about to get even more interesting. It's time for us to go behind the story. Check it out.
Yep. Tsatsing la kajeno re bua ka taba e hlile e thathitse a lot of South Africa. Me re bua ka yona tsatsing la kajeno re utlwe hore ha motho a bolawa hobane a sa tshwane le wena ebe ho lokile na. We're going to call them out. Lisiba's been on studio, or rather she's been here before. Mar pere re kena ho tsona ha re boneng hore hantlentle ho etsetseng.
Years ago, we fought for the liberation of all South Africans. It's only yesterday where our fathers and mothers got killed for being black in the wrong place. Another war happening today where every day girls and boys in the country are being killed for being gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and intersexual. Recently, the shocking news of a brutal murder of 22-year-old LGBTI activist rocked South Africa. More than 10 men broke into the home of Noluvo Swelindau, abducted her, beat her, and killed her in what is suspected to be a lesbian hate crime.
Some really heavy stuff there. And the irony of it all is that this happens during 16 days of activism of no violence against women and children, and on the anniversary of the passing of our human rights champion, Utatu Nelson Mandela.
Heart of social media, we're talking about this burning matter and the hate of gay and lesbian community, and more importantly, their safety. Me on our panel, like I said earlier on, who is a transgender, and Sipogazi is also here, a gender and human rights activist. Please join us. Hello.
Yes, we're gonna give them a two-man round of applause. Because y'all ain't trying to clap with us. That's the crew. Welcome, guys.
Good to see you
Welcome
again.
back. Welcome back. Are we doing the Oprah air kisses? Yes. Welcome back, Lisiba.
Thank you so much for
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show.
Yo, the shoes though.
Thanks for having
Shoe
us.
game.
Yo, she came on fleek.
Shoe game. All right, let's talk about this issue. What was your first reaction when you heard about the situation of a young person being killed because of their sexuality and what they choose to practice in their life?
It's a daunting issue. Like, how is it possible that a 22-year-old will be abducted by 10 men and killed just like that because of their sexuality? 10 men on a 22-year-old female. It doesn't make sense. To me, it just makes you think, are people sane? Are people real? That if you are a lesbian, a gay, transgender, intersex, bisexual, you're a problem.
How does this make you feel?
It makes me feel unsafe because I don't know where I'm supposed to go, where I'm supposed to feel liberal, where I'm supposed to be me and practice my rights as a human being. Because my rights are there on our constitution, but you can't practice them. Our country, as our justice system actually is failing us, because when you report, you're being laughed at. Our public services, they don't respect us, they don't treat us well. Home affairs, clinics, police stations, we all have issues about us going there and reporting or maybe asking for services because of people who think or who feel they have a right to judge us.
Sipogazi, I want to talk about this, especially with this case that we're specifically speaking about. You're speaking about an issue of safety. She was at home, in her own comfort space, the place where most of us feel the safest. Is the justice system failing? Are we as people of the community failing? Where's the disconnect?
I think for me, when I first heard the news, Uguti, there's another hate crime that happened in Cape Town, I was very sad. And I was sad because, one, this thing happened around 16 days of activism.
Absolutely.
You know, and And this period, there's a whole lot of messages that and campaigns that are happening. And so for me, it shows ukuthi our people don't want to read, don't want to know more about LGBTI people. And it's very sad, like you were saying, ukuthi, this thing happened at her home where she was supposed to be safe. So for me, it goes back to the community. Because I feel ukuthi, our communities, we need to work together because Vovo was a community member, and I would like to believe ukuthi the perpetrator is also a community member, and it needs the whole community to take up on this matter.
What can we do? What can be done? How are we helping the communities understand the fact that your sexuality is your own preference? It's got nothing to do with everybody else. So what can we do to educate?
Okay, as Forum for the Empowerment of Women, we work in different townships in Gauteng. So what we do, we link up with the community-based organizations. The reason why we link up with the community-based organization, because Tina, we are based in Braamfontein, and we need to be talking to people who are staying in these townships. So what we are doing, we organize dialogues, community dialogues, to talk about LGBTI issues. We invite community members, community leaders. We even invite government to be part of these community dialogues. So that's what we're trying to do. And also we work hand in hand with Department of Justice in monitoring these hate crime cases.
Luciba, as a person who's part of the LGBTI community, what do you think the root of homophobia is? It's what guy?
I think the root of homophobia is people not understanding fully and not seeing, maybe not seeing enough LGBTIs around.
Are gays and lesbians a new thing?
No, they're not a new thing. But what I'm saying is, she just mentioned now that there are programs that they are doing in the townships. But now, I'm sure as an organization, they have a limited budget to do those activations and whatever. Can't government also put in a hand and make sure that those activations are happening? Where should they happen? Police stations, clinics, schools, they need to be out there so people can familiarize themselves with it, can understand it. It's not about also when she says people are not reading. Yes, people don't read, but people see. We live with each other every day. So also, if you are straight and you feel that it's unfair for gay people or maybe LGBTIs to be treated that way, you need to voice out as well. Why do you keep quiet? It's not your issue. Yes, it is your issue because you're part of the community.
What's like about as a community? Is it the men? Because I don't know with the stats, and maybe you can help us with that. It's a lot of young women that are being killed versus a lot of young men that their lives have been taken. Is it men not comfortable with women's sexuality? Where's it leading? Where's the actual...
I think because if you look at the people who are being killed, mostly when it comes to lesbian, it's the butch lesbians who are being killed. It's the one who looks like tomboys, who are more comfortable,
who are more masculine.
And then that's when it becomes corrective rape, right?
Yes. So now the challenge with that, men, they feel uguti. You know, you think you are a man and we will show you, Uguti, you are still a woman at the end of the day, you know? So I think it starts there.
What can we do sitting right here on Mzansi Insider? Let's play our role. Let's educate people. Let's make them understand that this is life and it's going to continue. Let's make Mzansi understand.
For me now, I'd say to everyone watching at home, it's your responsibility. As you're sitting there watching this program, learning about Noluvo's sudden hate crime issue or death, it's your responsibility as a member of the community to report such incidences, to voice out your opinions, to stand your ground and say this is wrong. Because now if you're not doing that, you're not helping anyone. You could be a young woman who might fall pregnant next time and the next coming years and have a baby who's part of the LGBTI. Are you going to be able to handle that situation when you encounter it? You should be able to be ready for it because it's something that is you can't ask for it. It's here, it's been here. So you need to evaluate yourself and know what's right and what's wrong, and stand up for what's wrong, for what's right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think the greatest confusion that we can sometimes make as human beings is that if somebody doesn't believe in what you believe or think the way you do, that you ultimately have a right to do something to them and you're justified. I think that 10 men going into a young woman's home, beating her up and killing her, there is absolutely no excuse for such behavior. And as a community, we're liable for that.
Exactly.
Absolutely. We have to take a quick ad break. Sebo.
The driver was completely drunk. We hit like slabs in the middle of the road. Driver lost control. We hit a tree head on. So I was sitting in the back in the middle. So like as I went on, my shoulders hit the chairs and whiplash. So that caused me to be on a wheelchair. I'm a C6 quad. And that's been 13 years now. And yeah, it's affected my life, my family's life, my friends' lives, and yeah, it was just a really traumatic event. My family, they've been really supportive, but they've had to, things that they want to do, they have to consider me because my sister just bought a house in London, but she had to make sure that the house is on the ground floor.
Still to come, Kid X gets real and Mzansi Insider says it's lost goodbye to Sfiso Ncwane.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back to the show. You are still tuned into Mzansi Insider right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Now, sad news has hit Mzansi this past week when gospel sensation Sfiso Ncwane passed.
At all, and to just have a conversation about him, we've got on the line MC Lekantat. Not only for his music, but just the personality that he's been. If you've had an opportunity to interact with him, Kat, you just know that he's probably one of the most bubbliest personalities who's ready to embrace. Relationship
as a musician, we're fellow musicians, and back in 2004, when I started my music career, he was the producer of my first album.
Wow.
So, and then we turned ever since.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the passing of Sfiso? Ushone kanjani?
It is said that he had kidney problems. I think the problems have been over a period of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for some reason, it is also said that he needed a kidney donation, but it did not come in on time.
Yeah.
And it was just unfortunate that a prominent man of his stature,
Yeah.
and I guess it was time for his passing, as much as it would be it's difficult for us to accept, also because of his age and because of the impact he's had, or he was continuing to have. South Africa is just so sad, and it's still unbelievable.
Yeah, I think a lot of us were very shocked when we actually got to find out his age. For some reason, I thought, nah, man, there's no way he's still in his 30s. I can a little bit about his personality. He was definitely a man of faith, very giving foundations. He's ready to always give and be there of service to people.
Wow. Talking about his personality, this was a very warm-hearted man.
Yeah.
And he was a very family-orientated man. I remember at some point he was down in KZN and I'm in Johannesburg, and he heard that he had rumors that my marriage wasn't doing well. And he actually gave me a call, and he said he wanted us to meet, and only to find that those rumors went true.
Wow.
But the fact of the matter is that he was a person that was concerned about people that he lived around.
Yeah.
And also he was a man who always had a word of encouragement.
Yes.
To encourage and I guess in that way he was always without a beam of hope, if I may say.
Yeah.
And I also think just generally in the music industry, he was an icon so high.
Absolutely.
And none of us could ignore him. We all were looking up to him.
Yeah.
To see how our own careers would probably turn out in the near future.
Yeah. Now we all know that Sfiso was a husband, he was a father. Uphatheka kanjani umndeni wakhe?
They are broken. their tone. There are no words that can probably explain what they are going through, especially because Fiso was a very sort of proud man where his family is concerned.
Yeah.
He put them first. There was no week that go by without him posting pics on Instagram about him and his family. And they were so close. They were a unit. And I think it was amazing because at the memorial service yesterday, his youngest son was sobbing. And you would think at his age he didn't understand what it was. But it was sad to learn that it was just, it's a smash. It's nothing. I myself cannot imagine what they are going through and what they will continue to go through, probably just up until the end of 2016.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. And our deepest condolences do go to the Ngwane family.
What a great man.
From Mzansi Insider.
What a great man. And I think,
awesome man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Amen.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Thank you.
We're celebrating the life of Sfiso Ngwane, and we do this by remembering one of his beautiful performances at the SABC Crown Gospel Awards. Here it is.
Baba kulungile kwenzeka empilweni zethu mangabe kuyintando yakho. Noma ngabe kwenzekani kodwa makuvuma yena sithi kunjani? Hey! Kulungile ke. Kalubani isandla senze kanje phezulu. Hey kulungile ke baba. Noma kwenzekani kesomandla empilweni zethu kulungileke noma kukubi noma kukuhle kulungile kodwa makwintando yakho makuvume wena baba noma ukholo lwethu ibalyakazisa ke baba noma imfungumfungu sifika kulungileke kulungile kasomani kulungile makuvume wena kulungile baba noma kwenzekani makuvume wena kulungile baba akadisho kulungile makuvume wena
You know, I lost a brother, and it's still, you know, it's still difficult to speak about it like 2 years later. But I mean, all the evidence is there to support the fact that the driver was drunk. He killed 2 people on impact. It's a stupid and a selfish little decision that can tear apart so many lives and have irreparable damage.
Coming up next, it's sports with Mpoma Boy, and later, a special man who's about to knock the game out with the KO.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
It's time for sports entertainment. Ral amohela mona Mzansi Insider. Mpoma Boy, next.
We're hitting
We on the tradition game, you and me. My tradition.
My tradition is looking dope all the time. That's my tradition.
Guys, Umpo uyashaya uthi she can play soccer, but asikho lapho. What stories do you have for us?
What do you actually, before the break, you were talking about a knockout. So today is the Telkom knockout final. Yes. It will be taking out at the Peter Mokaba Stadium. It's a final between SuperSport United and Cape Town City FC. It's an interesting one because it's the first PSL trophy that Stuart Baxter has never won, and it also marks the first cup final that the new Cape Town City will be getting into. And it's also the PSL on the log. It's number 1 versus number 2, so you know it's gonna get blazing. Dude, a lot of people have been saying, no, this game is not going to be hard because it's 2 small clubs. I'm like, define small. If you have 2 teams sitting at number 1 and 2, are they really small?
Yes. That's when the numbers
They're the
go
underdogs.
Of what?
Of the game.
I don't know about that, but anyway, kickoff is at 6 p.m. and it will be live on SABC1. I'm driving to Polokwane from here. I'm very excited. Yeah.
So you're going to be broadcasting live?
No, I'm not broadcasting. I'm taking my kiddies to go see Papa play.
Do your kids like soccer? Or never forced that?
Too much. They love it. Absolutely love it.
When your parents are in sports,
I mean, why not what else? Mommy, I want to be a musician. Hey.
Soccer ball or something. Anyway, moving on to the rugby. Over in Cape Town, the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series South Africa leg kicked off now at 10:15. The Blitzboks play Russia, USA and Australia. The nice thing is that they won the Dubai leg of this particular tournament, and so they're feeling on top of the world. And it's a 2-day affair, and then the tournament is off to New Zealand at the end of January. So I just want to wish the boys good luck. And the nice thing about the Blitzboks is that with what is happening with the Springboks and them losing practically every game, it's nice to actually have a Springbok team that's doing well.
Losing after the reshuffle because we were just like, we want more brown. Yeah. And then the brown arrived and then they just started losing.
The brown is failing us, eh?
No, guys, it is not the melanin, it's the setup.
Okay.
Of the game.
Okay. We'll take your word for it. But now, though, we're going to move over to Vroom Vroom Formula One. Now, following Nico Rosberg's shock retirement from Formula One last Friday, many names have been put into the hat about who should be teaming up with Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes. So the team decided to put out a humorous advert asking for a driver. It's quite interesting. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah.
Hi everybody, a big day for me today. I'm getting my World Championship Winners Trophy here in Vienna, but also another thing is happening, and that is that, yeah, it's been an amazing year for me, and you know, since 25 years since I started racing, my goal and my dream was very, very clear. It was to win the World Championship, and I've achieved that now with your help. So thank you so much for your part of it. You know, your part in it, because you kept me motivated, kept me pushing. But this year, you know, it's been extremely tough as well. I really gave it everything I had. I didn't leave a stone unturned, and I'm not willing to do that again for next year. And so yeah, so I've decided to call it a day, stop racing here, just following my heart. You know, you just live once, so my heart is telling me to do this, and it just feels completely right. And so again, yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you'll have fun memories of the last 3 years. Of all the exciting moments that we shared.
I must say, this was really interesting because he's 31, he's been racing for 25 years, been wanting to get to the top. Yeah. He gets to the top and 5 days later he retires.
Money.
This means
I don't think it's money.
Reached his goal.
Besides reaching his goal, I think on some level he sort of subconsciously knew that he wouldn't be able to defend his title because Lewis Hamilton wants it. Because should Lewis Hamilton win it for the 4th year, then he makes a record.
But what do they say? Hey? Winners know when to stop. Thank you.
Okay.
Anyway, but we're seeing you at 1 p.m. on SABC1, right?
1:30.
1:30.
Yes, full coverage.
And then maybe at 3.
No,
she's always on TV. Saturday is yours.
I'm sure radio as well.
No, you'll see me tomorrow at 3.
Okay, yeah, so this will be airtime getting. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Thanks to Umpo for breaking down the sports for us. Now for some keeping safe during the festive season.
Now we are talking about Drive Dry, guys. A whole lot happening right here on live television. Have you ever driven home drunk? That's the real question. During about December, we're trying to understand why people actually take the risk. Now, stories happen and other people have experienced so much through this time. So we go behind the story and see what is it that influences you to go behind the wheel under the influence?
Yep. And throughout the episode, we've been playing different stories of South Africans' lives who've been changed and affected by someone else making the decision to drive under the influence and out of their own negligence.
Yes, absolutely. Now joining us in studio is Thabiso Mulopo. Mulopo. Yes, and Viwe Seko, who are going to be speaking to us. He's a legal correspondent and a security director right here in South Africa. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thanks for having us, guys.
First things first, let's speak about Drive Dry. What is the concept about?
Drive Dry is all about spreading the message of responsible drinking, right? So we're Diageo. Diageo will make sense to a lot of people until I tell you our brands, the Johnny Walkers, Ciroc, Smirnoffs of this world.
No
That's
brands.
us.
No brands.
No, we're not bragging about it. What we want to really push out is the message of people drinking our products responsibly. And we've got a serious problem in South Africa for irresponsible drinking and driving. So we just want to get the message out there that you can enjoy our products, but do so responsibly.
Okay.
Why do the numbers of people driving under the influence go higher during the festive season? Is that a fact, actually?
It is. We suffer in South Africa from the "it won't happen to me" syndrome. That's the reality. People believe that people who get into accidents are idiots. And frankly, they can continue drinking and driving and nothing will happen to them. It's a mindset that we're trying to shift.
Okay. Now, Thabiso, let's speak about your experience with drunken driving. Tell us a bit more.
Yeah. No, I lost my legs when I was 8 years old, 1996, back at home, Buhlebe Sizwe in Mpumalanga. I was just a kid playing in the yard with my friends in the neighborhood there. And some guys driving a white buggy who were driving under the influence, they lost control of their car.
Wow.
And obviously where we were playing, there was this massive rock. And then he hit the rock, and the rock hit both my legs. Because of negligence and some other causes, my legs ended up being amputated, both of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is like a real story to you, because I think we've heard, different initiatives like Don't Drink and Drive, Stay Alive. I mean, there's been many, and we usually see a flood of them during the festive season. What about the campaign that you guys is pushing is different?
So in the past, we had Papa Wacht for you. People know all about that. So we're trying to shock people to show them what happens to you if you go to prison, what may happen to you. After some time, we realized that people are getting desensitized to it. So people see the message and they start making fun of it. It's actually funny. What we're doing this year is storytelling. We've got real South Africans telling their stories and just how drink and driving has affected their lives. So that's what we're pushing this year. We've got real people, ordinary South Africans like Thabiso. We've got some celebrity endorsees as well. And it's a campaign we're rolling out to schools, to taverns, and to event activations all over the country.
Thabiso, we're not having ulahlehelwa ke moto wa hao.
Yeah.
And it's something that's real to you. Why do you think people continue doing that? Like, why as an 8-year-old, and you get the story and you understand, what do you think keeps people doing the same thing over and over? Because I think it's not a new message.
Well, I think that most people, they think it's cool to drive when you're drunk. Obviously, in the morning, you're going to tell your friends, hey, Mchan, hey, ngizolo bengihamba ngikuphi bengidakwe blind ngayidabula ikari shaya ma U10 ngenzani yabo. So sometimes it's kind of like they think it's cool, like it's awesome when you tell the guys, hey, bengiphuzile ngizolo bengidakiwe ngasuke ePretoria ngaya in a spray to one man. We need to get rid of that mindset.
So they see it as an achievement.
Yeah,
absolutely. So I want to understand, having lost your legs at 8 to drunken driving, what is your approach? What's your thinking around drunken driving? How do you think of it?
I normally tell people that if you're drunk, don't drive. Rather use something, even if you're going to spend a lot of money on that car or whatever, don't drive. I mean, you might make rusty decisions, wrong things, and people might end up losing their lives.
Yes, and it's not just about you.
Yeah,
you
for sure.
Injure someone else who's sober.
Yeah, so it's not right.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I think basically what you said, some people see it as an achievement. Yo, man, I moved from this point to point A to B without anything happening to me. Is it luck? Because I think people have some sort of success rate. I've done it 10 times before.
Yeah.
How is today different?
Yeah, there is that as well. And there's another problem, obviously, which is binge drinking. All right, so you can have people who don't drink every day, but they know on weekends, and they go crazy on weekends. They have their whatever 10 beers or their 10 tots of whiskey, and they go nuts. So it's a real mindset we need to change in the country.
What about app, manje? People have apps that tell you where the cops are, and I think a lot of people use it as a way of navigating. Are these things helping, and why are they even out there to start with?
Yeah, I think in the past where I would say our public transport options were a bit more limited, those things were happening. People were using the apps to try to negotiate their way around the suburbs and to find ways where they could get home without running into roadblocks. You have no excuse these days to be stuck in a roadblock under the influence. You have, what do they call them? Cab, hail, riding services. I don't want to say the brands. You've got numerous options you can take to get home safely. So you should not be drinking and driving.
Thabiso, when I ulahletswe ke maoto a house, so this is more real to you. Ke batla o shebe e kae camera 5 ke anene manene o ko ntwetse ba felentswe kapo a plea as somebody who's lost their leg, somebody who's been affected by someone else's negligence and bad behavior. What do you have to say to everyone?
Oh well, now it's December time. People are celebrating. People are going to parties. They have brides and whatnot. Please don't make wrong decisions. Think twice. It's not right. I lost my legs because of other people. Some might lose their lives. Some use wheelchairs today because of some people's decisions, wrong decisions. So don't drink and drive. Don't even think about it. It doesn't matter where you're from in this world. It could happen to you too.
Wow, we're going to take an ad break there. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming and sharing your story. I think you guys are doing an incredible job.
Absolutely.
Telling stories. I see the advert. These are real stories that people have experienced. And it's also up to us, people around them, to also stop someone if they're going to step out.
After the break, what's life like after Cash Time? We speak to Kid X next.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back to the show. You are still tuned into Mzansi Insider Kanala. Go SAPC 1 Mzansi for sure. It is time for us to reveal our special somebody. This show is packed with content. Act like you know.
You best know. I didn't know how to come in there to back you up. Known for his smash hit, 3/4 pace, swing on the chandelier for Kid X. But before we meet him, here's his latest video.
Check it out.
To the core. Dripping swag.
I'm up early in the morning, on the quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time. They acting like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment. On this road it can get lonely. Barely catch it or go there. Still I'm fresh from the laundry day. I'm up early in the morning, on the quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time. They acting like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment.
Zara, the last time you came, we were standing in a circle like this. And now we are major. It's just like you. The last time we saw you, you were doing totally different things, and now you're a man on your own.
Yes, sir.
Let's speak about the journey, the evolution of Kid X. Where are we right now?
We at the point of going through the roof. We're about to go through the roof right now,
Yeah?
I think from the time that I came in 2010, 2011 actually, where I was a part of a collective to where I am now, I feel like I've totally taken in, say this was the 5-year period of what I've gone through. So I've pretty much started 2010 here and come out on the other end
side
with everything that is this.
Wow.
Speaking of where you started, we want to throw back a little bit because it's so much nostalgia when we think of the past, because that is a cover, Kid X.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
It's been a while.
And you guys at home will remember too. Roll it.
been a blessing ever since it's been able to love me. And I know it's been the beginning and I look, it's not by choice, it gets funny. God knows I'm hoping you stick by me. Cause I didn't get you, and I'ma buy you all them fly things, all that you ever want. I'll see you in a month when I sugar I want. Cause when I'm laying in bed alone, it's you that I want. So I do me la go tware kamalama. I get ole vale kamatata. Oh, I think I'm dreaming again. When I come home, I don't think I'll be leaving again. Maybe this is all a dream. I wish you were here when I open my eyes. You are part of me. I think about you every day and night. We had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time. See you on the flip side.
Okay, we're gonna sing till the show ends. But that is an artist who has evolved, because we started with your first, the music video that you just dropped now.
Yeah.
And we're taking it back there, but you've always been on the bars. Let's speak about the move from Cash Time.
Well, the move from Cash Time for me, I think, came at a time where I felt like I'd pretty much exhausted, everything that I felt I could achieve at Cash Time, given the way it's structured. If you look at it, I came in there 2011. 2016, that's 5 solid years,
Absolutely.
I started as a collective, we put out an album, I went solo, I put out a couple of singles, I put out a mixtape which did amazing things, which was nominated for a Summer Award,
Nice.
Which was, I guess for them, they were sort of putting that on a scale of what they'd consider an album type of thing. So, I mean, for me, it was just about taking things in my power, in my control to say, let me wear the, everything that comes with it. The losses, the successes, everything else.
I want to know, was this a clean break?
Yes, actually.
Beskura, Malvai.
Nah, we cool, man. Me and the big homies are cool, I think they understood. Because, I mean, when I was leaving, I didn't just say Bafetu. That's it, Ning Patera and so on and so on. I stated what it was and I showed them, this is the dream that I've had, this is the dream that I've got, beyond Cash Time. This is what I still feel like.
And I also get a sense that you guys were not just only about the music. I think the family element of it, like a real clique, a real group of people who are going for a goal. I could imagine that they would release you to do your thing. Now you're out there, you're independent, you're doing your own thing. Has it been smooth sailing like you expected it to be with your 5 years experience?
No. Not smooth sailing, and I wasn't expecting smooth sailing at all, I mean, obviously it was a big jump, me knowing that I'm gonna be in charge of everything, so everything concerning Kid X is something that I have to, the very moment when I wake up in the morning, I have to plug into that machine. And make sure that business goes and runs smoothly. So
she's gonna touch you. She's gonna touch you. I know her.
I've always wanted to touch Kid
The thirst is real.
Thank you, girl.
Let's speak about the album. Is the album coming out anytime soon? Are we anticipating? We're waiting. The clock is
long-awaited album. The album is actually dropping top of 2017. It's called Thank the King, which is a translation of my birth name, Bonginkosi. So I'm really excited about that. The Laundry Day video that you just played is actually the first single of the project, so I'm really excited. And for me, if you listen to the sound of the single, what we're doing on the single is sort of a cocktail type of experience of what you can expect on the entire project.
Because that's what I was going to ask you. That was my follow-up question, like in terms of sound, because I feel like Cash Time as a unit has a sound. Are you breaking away from that, exploring a bit more?
Are you still doing Skanda?
Look, I am Skanda.
Okay.
Because it wasn't something that I had to go out of myself to try and do, So obviously on a project, on a full body of work, you want to sort of show off everything that you're capable of doing. So there will be Skanda, there will be whatever you consider that to be.
I want to be like you when I grow up. You're so chilled, I'm so loud.
I think we need to do a link like this.
Ad break.
Yeah, hanging out with Kid X, not me, doing the right things.
He's performing later. Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Oh wow, you are such a show off just because I can't do that. Welcome back.
It's not about you.
Oh wow, opposite nonetheless. It's unfortunately, we're drawing nearer to the end of the show, but we're super excited about what tomorrow has in store for you guys. Okay, let's have Zulu.
Promo.
tomorrow.
Fail.
Welcome to it. This is Mzansi Insider.
Soul serving on Mzansi Insider.
Mad, Nikiwana Madi. And the volume was high, no one could hear me.
I am the current Miss Teen Soweto. This is my perspective.
Mr. Love and Law, Tato in the building.
Next thing you know, we slept together twice, and what are we?
Catch an all new Mzansi Insider Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. on SABC1. I'm no longer that chubby.
I'm not longer that chubby either.
We lost weight.
Come on, guys. Tweet about that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Mzansi Insider. You know we do it again tomorrow. Sin is Bole Nalani wrapping up the show and taking us home.
He just did the Zulu wrong. I'm so happy. It's Kid X
with Laundry Day Fresh. Take us home.
Oh.
Balak. Yeah. La la la. Bago. La la oh ah. Hey. Oh ah. Oh well. Galomle. Say galomle. Hey. South Africa. Are you ready? Say, I'm up early in the morning on a quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time they acting like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment. On this road it can get lonely. Really can't sugarcoat it. What you say? Fresh on the laundry day. I'm up early in the morning on a quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time they acting like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment. On this road it can get lonely. Really can't sugarcoat it. Still I'm fresh on the laundry day. Fresh as a golden ray. For as long as the grass is still green, I'll be fresh on the laundry day. You can see the mats in my bar buffet. Your chick in my pants, I'm far from playing. This orgasm, the local cafe meets naked. That's the anthem you ought to play. Got the streets all smashed, you'll be on repair. Taking down names and home addresses, I'm home affairs. Fresh out the oven, a loaf of bread. No, you can't touch the floor, let alone the flare. You hate to love it, can't help but feel that. You do nothing more than the hope I fail. While I'm becoming a better me every single day, I say a prayer. What you say? Fresh on the laundry day. I'm up early in the morning on the quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time they acting like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment. On this road it can get lonely. Really can't sugarcoat it. What you say? Fresh on the laundry day. I see that in the morning on the quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time they acting like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment. On this road it can get lonely. Really can't sugarcoat it. Fresh on the laundry day. Fresh on the laundry day. I mean, those who seen them in the flesh say he the best in the modern day. The 88 Lord of Finesse was the art of fame. Coach got him in the bench, he hardly playing. Unless he takes some action or walk away. He gon' end up in the trenches or washed away. I'd hate to ever have made it to the Hall of Fame. It's a different kind of pressure when you are the grave. I got no regrets, so got far I can. Can't you so potential in me, one fine game dread. Won't forget the first time I donned the chain. Can't ignore how better we all became. In it for the Lord, do it all for gain. But this shit have been the same since I dropped the tape. Think it's time that I did this all a fake. Quit holding up. Say, I'm up early in the morning on the quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time they act like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment. On this road it can get lonely. Really can't sugarcoat it. What you say? Fresh on the laundry day. I'm up early in the morning on the quest to get it all in. Was taking pictures in my mind every time they act like they don't know me. I can snap at any moment. On this road it can get lonely. Really can't sugarcoat it. Still I'm fresh on the laundry day.